Hey James, how you doing? Yeah, not really loving the weather. More rain today. Not bad as it was, but just kind of like damp. Because I'm not sitting at a chat. My face has been on here plenty of times. Good girl days. Hey Lisa, how you doing? Yeah, it wasn't too bad of rain today, but God, man, this has been a monsoon. Hey Cisco, how you doing? So I've hardly taken Daisy for any walks because of the rain. Hey Sherry, I mailed your stuff today. Yeah, birds are really nice sounding back here. Hey Trucker, how you doing? Hey Tana, how you doing? Good, thanks. Hey Linda, how's it going? Well, Daisy doesn't like to head out into the woods too much when it's damp like this. I'm glad she doesn't. The ticks are everywhere. What's that, William? About 180 miles north of Detroit. Yeah, ticks are really bad this year. Hey Wayne, how's it going? What's the weather supposed to be like in Detroit tomorrow? Hey Gregor, what's going on? Yeah, it's not bad. This is like the back part of a golf course. Good place to walk days. I kind of feel bad for this guy. He just bought this golf course, and hell, we've had nothing but rain. I have videos of that trucker. There's plenty of them up there. Oh, no kidding, huh? Well, skip that then. Yeah, it's damp. I feel it too. I'm still not 100% over this cold or whatever the hell it is that I had. Oh, you're in Detroit, Sherry? Hey, Tanya. It's our local oil pump. Yeah, Friday I got a buddy coming over from Traverse City. He's got a doctor's appointment. Oh, the guy in Detroit. Oh, glad they got him. I figured they would. Those guys usually aren't too bright. The problem is when you're just knocking off strangers that are working the streets, it's hard to connect the dots. So I'll bet you money it was an informant. I mean, in those areas, even like where I go down southwest Detroit, it's a very close-knit community. I mean, even though the activities aren't exactly legal, they all know what's going on. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's nice. What's one thing I give the cell phone credit for? It makes things look, I think, better than they are. So here's some guys out here golfing, especially the greens. Oh, victim got away. Okay. Jeez. Here you're addicted to drugs. You're working the streets and you get murdered on top of it. My God. I was just reading an article on the internet yesterday. Some guy down in Saginaw, he saved a lady from getting killed by a pit bull. This was like 10 years ago. He lost fingers and toes on all four extremities, and he just died of cancer. God. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Mark. Yep. Actually, the golf course is pretty busy. That's good. I've been standing here like maybe 5 times. I'm not kidding you. And all of a sudden you hear a clump, and you see a damn golf ball coming through the trees. It's amazing how far they hit these damn things. Like, I think the tee-off hole from the beginning, I think it's not that far really, like 225 yards. But it's enough for me to see the ball coming through the trees every once in a while. See, it's getting kind of late to be just starting out, which is why everybody's heading back on the back nine. Daisy loves the golf course. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. You having fun, Daisy? Lucky to be able to bring her back here. Yeah, hear that noise? Guy just hit a ball. The fees just went up here, $47. Now the people that leased this before this guy bought it, they're all related. But that Nightmare and Dream golf course, they're just a little ways up the road. Those are actually destination golf courses. I'm not sure what breed Daisy is. I keep saying I'm going to get that DNA test, which I am going to do. Nobody knows. I mean, super muscular, loves to hunt, smart as a whip, kind of looks like a Lopso in the face, has poodle hair, huge paws. I don't really know what she is. Like a real thick body and little short, stubby legs. I don't know what kind of breed Daisy is. Mix something. But I'm going to be curious to find out what the mix is. I shave her hair down or she'd have real long dark hair. I cut her every 2 weeks actually during the summer. It's looked like she's overweight, but she's not. I just had her to the vet a couple weeks ago and he said she's fine. Same as she weighed last year. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get that DNA and do it on her though, because I'm so curious. She's got a 15-inch neck and she only weighs 23 pounds. She's a great dog. Chases a deer all over here. I haven't seen any fawns yet. They ought to be coming up pretty soon. I don't think this course tracks like the most competitive golfers because I find balls all over the place. Yeah, it's nice letting a dog run like this. It really is. All the dogs I've had, I've always been able to do that. I've never had to have them on a leash. No, Daisy's not too heavy. You'd think she is, but she's not. Vet didn't know what kind of dog she is. I mean, how would she really just because she's a vet? She doesn't know. She can run fast as hell too when she wants to. Her tail would be all bushy too. I cut that down. She doesn't like her feet getting trimmed too much, so the hair is always a little longer because it's such a struggle to do it. There was a robin that got here real early this year. It was building a big giant nest on the inside of that building where that tractor parks once in a while, and something must have happened to it. I haven't seen it in about 3.5 weeks. And it was like a perfect place to have a nest. See, they got this pine and fir disease up here with these trees. You'll notice a lot of bottoms of them are, kind of dying, and the leaves, see, like this one, it's a hassle because it takes about 30 years, 40 years for trees to get this big. I mentioned it to the guy the other day when I went in there to get something to eat. He said he's thinking of like starting to put replacements. They actually let me come out here with my metal detector too, but the truth of the matter is the grass is so short that if you drop something, you'd find it, like out here in the green. And in the deep part, you might not, but I'd give back whatever I found. I mean, I'm not expecting to get rich, but it's kind of fun fooling around with a metal detector. I haven't done it at all this year, though. I want to, though. It's fun. Guys ought to come up here, and if you like golfing, give it a whirl. Got an extra bedroom. So you can see where they mowed here is wet. A lot of these golf courses have tiling. Yeah, I have a Garrett as well. I have one too. I sold a guy some weightlifting equipment I had in those two houses today. He was telling me they own a pet crematory business, 31 employees. All they do is like cremate pets. I didn't realize it. I was talking to him. I read a couple articles that said that, people think it's green when you cremate somebody, but that the carbon footprint's large because you have to incinerate bone, and that takes up to 2,300 degrees. He said that's not true. They only go about 1,400, but what I'm surprised about is that really when you cremate a body, you're basically just sucking out all the moisture, and then it gets very brittle. And then they take all that bone and they put it through like a grinder. And that's how you get that fine talcum powder look that you can put in an urn. I used to think that they just incinerated it and opened the door and there you go. That's not at all how it works. It's crazy. But it seems like it's a pretty lucrative business. I guess they go through veterinarians. Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. He said they're swamped all the time. They almost bought a place out in Chicago, but it fell through at the last minute. They also own a 27-acre pet cemetery with tombstones and the whole bit. And I bet my dad's rolling over in his grave laughing, thinking of that. Man, when I was a kid, if our dog needed anything other than heartworm, it was time for a new dog. And the notion of burying it someplace other than behind the house would have been laughable. Yeah, Wayne, you're right. Yep, a lot of natural grass. Yep, gas. He told me when they're really busy, like evidently there are some times when they just have a bunch of bodies to incinerate, that actually it causes a shortage of natural gas in the area where they're at. You believe that? I don't know. I mean, it's up to people what they want to do with their pets, but to me that's getting a little out of my box. Getting Daisy cremated or a dog that I'd have that die. That's not to make a joke, but seems pretty far-fetched. I know in Florida down there when I was living down there, I mean if you had a horse die or something, you know, they're so anal down there about groundwater contamination that if they caught you burying a horse or something, watch out. Oh, no kidding, huh, Wayne? Oh, that's interesting. I never realized they were so lucrative. I mean, this guy sounded like they really did well. Look, Daisy must have saw a deer. See her? Yep, she saw a deer. When it's damp like this, so yeah, it's, yep. Yeah, Nicole, I believe that. Yep. It's crazy what they do. I don't care. I wish they'd take my body up. See, this deer must have went into the middle. She wouldn't backtrack this soon. No, I wouldn't either. Yeah, when they're dead, I got an idea any pet I have would probably go in with my other bag of garbage. Good girl, hon. Didn't catch that deer tonight, huh? You know, it's funny. She chases these deer all the time, and they know what the deal is because sometimes I'll come home and they'll be grazing on some grass right across from my place. And they'll stand there. You know, they recognize your van. I fed them during bad winters, blah, blah, blah. They know Daisy's in that van. And when she gets out, if she feels like it, she doesn't chase them much at night. They'll wait there to see if she's going to chase them. But in the winter, when we had all that heavy snow, it was always at night. I didn't get any video of it. I should have. It only happened a couple times. But those deer were trying to stick their nose through the deck where the birdseed fell out of the birdseed feeder. And she'd go out there and they'd rub noses like they were good old buddies. But it's game on again when it gets warm. Yeah, that makes sense, Nicole. I think a lot of people probably do that. These oil wells, I think I think there's 8 of them, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, they pay the golf course in today's standards, whatever oil is selling for now, about 50 grand a year in oil revenues. It's kind of cool. They smell like hell, most of them. These, I noticed the one over near the clubhouse. Maybe this one has new seals because I never noticed it. And I don't know what that gauge made. See the gauge? Showing that it's up near the top. Oh, that's what it is, hydraulic gauge? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Looks like hydraulic fluid. I'd like to know how much juice these things go through a month. Ah, glad you like it, Nicole. I think it's kind of cool. I thought of driving up to, I almost drove up to Sault Ste. Marie today too, but it's quite a ways for me. And, you know, I'll tell you, the freighters just don't come through like they used to. Like today, they had 3 scheduled. I wasn't going to drive all the way the hell up there. And they were 3 bullshit freighters. Like those international freighters, they're not really that cool. Those shorter ones, like those petroleum carriers, but none of the big super tankers were coming through, or any of the old throwback freighters, so I just said screw it. If you're up there and there's no freighters, you're basically screwed in Sault Ste. Marie. There's not much to do. There's the old ruins of the woodpecker. Looks like he's been banging away at that all winter long. I think that one's about done. Those babies can do some damage in no time. I've talked to golf course managers before up in Michigan. I know they've shot them. I mean, it's game over if you get caught shooting one of those pileated woodpeckers. But, you know, I love nature and I'm a big bird nut, but, you know, if they were doing 10 grand a day in damage to exterior wood, I'd probably have a different attitude. It's like those wolves in the UP. You know, if you've got livestock, if you're a housewife in West Bloomfield and you've never worked, you look at the wolves as just big cuddly creatures that should be protected. But if you've got livestock and all of a sudden you go out there and your whole damn living's down the tubes because some wolves went through there and ate everything, you'd have an entirely different attitude about them. Yeah, these pileated woodpeckers, they're huge birds. I'll tell you, if one of those things ever went bonkers and tried to kill you, I think you could do it in no time. It's amazing how they can go into a hard, dead wood tree and just jack wood out of there like it's a jackhammer. And they can't weigh more than like 3 or 4 pounds. This is where this robin was up here. Perfect place. Built about another 3 inches up on top of his nest. And shit, I haven't seen him in about 3 weeks. I mean, I'm hoping it's out looking for food all the time, but that'd be a stretch. I don't know what happened there. Could have got eaten, flew into a window, you never know. But it hasn't been around. See, Daisy'd like to go in there, but when it's that damp, she doesn't want to mess with it. I think these big old pieces of wood look cool. I like to, just like a typical guy, I just like to take that and put it in my living room and just sit beer on it while I watch TV. Look at the rings. Really kind of cool. Look how the worms squirreled around there. Starting to rain again. Just feel like some big ass drops. Oh, that's Daisy. Daisy, you better not go back there, hon. You're gonna get some ticks. I am feeling better, thanks, but I wouldn't say I'm 100%. I think I'll start working out again Monday. And I haven't worked out in almost a month. Because of this damn cold. I didn't feel like eating that much, so it's not like I gained a bunch of weight. This old tractor. Same with that end loader. These things sit out here all winter long. Well, this tractor didn't this year, but it usually does. I don't know if you guys ever tried starting a diesel. It's not exactly easy. But boy, they get these things started somehow. Especially that damn thing. Although it's surprising, on these big end loaders, they don't have the big ass giant engines you think they would. They 80, 95 horse, 110 horse. You think it'd be a beast of an engine, but it's not. The hydraulics are strong, but the engine itself isn't that much horsepower. Just walking around the back of the golf course. Here's our auto zone over there. I gotta remember to take my damn metal detector. If I go down to Detroit, I forgot it last time. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Yep. Yeah, I give my dog the pill. I bought the pills. They got a promotion going now. There's a good rebates too. Go on the internet. There's good rebates on those tick and also HeartGuard. I give them to Daisy. I think it helps. I'll tell you, it's kind of cool looking back here. I've been back here from time to time, and you have so many of these needles falling, it like kills anything that's growing. It's kind of cool. I've come back here with my metal detector. All I dug up is a bunch of old pop cans. I think it's kind of neat back here. See, when I'm up north, I'm thinking maybe I'll find a coin. When I'm in Detroit, I'm always thinking, God, I wonder if there's any bodies back here. It's where these woodpeckers hang out back here. It's kind of cool. What sites are you looking for, Sherry? Look at this big old tree dying. Oh, okay. There's one main flea tick, flea and tick medication that all these vets use. That's the one I use. It's not HeartGuard. Maybe the same company though. Right now they give you a free month, which is no big deal. You get 7, you pay for 6. I'll tell you, these vets now, it's impossible now. You used to be able to sign the waiver so that you couldn't claim the guarantee on HeartGuard for heartworm. Now basically you have to give it year round, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But there's other medication in that pill now that helps for if dogs digest deer feces and that kind of thing. Daisy? See with the deer walking back through here. No, it's not bad. It's more than it used to be. I got over a year of HeartGuard, flea and tick, rabies shot, and whatever other shot. It was $290 this year. But I sent a $50 rebate in on the HeartGuard. I guess that's not bad. The rabies was expensive. And still no honeybees flying around. That's a problem. Yeah, I know a lady just paid $7,000 for a knee replacement on a dog. Now you guys are gonna have to pay more of your water bill this month because of the sprinklers you used this morning.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
Fixed it today, though.
that's another $15.
Oh my god, I got drenched trying to get to my car the other
Yeah, I
day.
saw it. I was gonna bang on your door, but I looked at it. It wasn't really doing anything.
I was turning
Yeah.
up like a fountain,
Yeah.
and then the other one was going out. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? And there's no way I can get to my car. I couldn't even go, like, open the garage door and get around.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm just gonna have to make a run for it. And I was so.
Struck gold. See, you got your new bird feeder, bird water, huh?
Oh, bird bath?
Yeah,
I
bird
haven't
bath.
seen a bird on it yet, but sooner or later.
Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. Needs to get a little drier.
Yeah, I know.
It's a solar
I had the
one.
sprinkler shut off until the other day. I'm thinking about shutting them off again.
I would. Heck, we could rain again today.
I know.
Ouch, dang.
All right, take it easy. Send Daisy home if you see her.
Yeah.
She just ran around the front.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's tomorrow supposed to be like? I'm afraid to look anymore.
I know. I just assumed
Shit, I've had a cold for a month.
I just assumed it was rain.
There's the Dazer. Yeah, they're really nice people. Yep. There's the Dazer. There's the Dazer. Beat Dad home, huh? You beat Dad home, hon? Huh? You beat Dad home? You beat Dad home? You don't have any ticks on you, do you? Good girl. Good girl, hon. All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna go and knock out a couple loads of laundry. I'll be logging on later. You guys have a good night. Oh, thanks, Virginia. I never thought that's a good idea. Yeah, people are pretty friendly around here, you know. Yeah, this weather sucks. You're not kidding. All right, you guys. Well, have a good night. I'll talk to you.